I was 17 when this happened, a junior in high school, and it was right before winter break, the kind of time when everything feels slow, quiet, almost peaceful. But that night, nothing about it was peaceful. It started as a normal school evening. I stayed late for basketball practice, got home around 7, ate dinner, and then went upstairs to finish some homework. My parents were both working late shifts, so I was alone in the house, which wasn't unusual. Around 10:30, I got a text from my friend Jake asking if I wanted to hop on a game. I said yeah, turned on my console, and lost track of time like always. By the time I checked the clock again, it was 12:47 a.m. That's when my phone buzzed. At first, I thought it was Jake again, but it wasn't. It was a notification from my school, which was weird. No one sends messages from school at almost 1 in the morning. I opened it. It was from the school alert system. Emergency lockdown in effect. Do not come to school. Authorities are responding. I sat there for a second, confused. Lockdown.
At this hour? I refreshed it, thinking maybe it was some kind of mistake, but then another message came through. Suspect reported inside building. Law enforcement on site. My stomach dropped. I stared at the message, trying to process it. My school, the same place I'd be in just a few hours, had someone inside it at 1 a.m. I turned off my game completely and sat there in silence. Then curiosity got the better of me. I grabbed my jacket, my keys, and headed out. I don't know why I did it. Maybe I just didn't believe it was real. Maybe I wanted to see it for myself. The school was only a 10-minute drive away. As I got closer, I noticed something immediately. There were no police lights, no sirens, nothing. The entire area was quiet, too quiet. I slowed down as I pulled into the parking lot. The building stood there in complete darkness, except for one thing, a light. Upstairs, one classroom window was glowing faintly. I sat in my car, staring at it. My phone buzzed again. Another alert. Remain at home. Do not approach school property. I looked back at the building. Something felt wrong. There should have been police everywhere if there was an active situation, but there was nothing. Just that one light and the silence. I don't know what made me do it, but I got out of the car. The cold air hit my face as I stepped onto the pavement. Every sound felt louder now. My footsteps, my breathing, even the wind. I walked toward the front entrance. The doors were unlocked. That alone made my chest tighten. Schools are never unlocked at this hour. I stepped inside.
The hallway was dark. Only the faint emergency lights lit the floor. Everything felt off, like the building wasn't empty, like something was watching me. I pulled out my phone and turned on the flashlight. The beam cut through the darkness as I moved slowly down the hallway. Lockers lined the walls. Classroom doors were shut. Everything looked normal. Too normal. Then I heard it. A sound. Faint, but clear. Footsteps. Somewhere above me. Second floor. My heart started racing. I stood there, listening. Step, step, step. Slow, deliberate. Not running, not panicked. Just walking. I should have left right then. I know that now. But instead, I moved toward the stairs. Each step I took felt heavier than the last. The footsteps above stopped. Complete silence. I reached the staircase and looked up. Darkness. I hesitated. Then I started climbing. One step at a time. The air felt colder the higher I went. When I reached the top, I turned the corner toward the hallway where the light was coming from.
And that's when I saw it. One classroom door, slightly open. Light spilling out onto the floor. I moved closer. Slowly, carefully. My hand shook as I reached for the door and pushed it open. The classroom was empty, completely empty. Desks in place, board clean, nothing out of the ordinary, except for one thing, a phone, sitting on the teacher's desk. Its screen was on. I stepped closer. It was recording a video. My heart dropped as I looked at the screen. It was footage of the hallway from earlier, and in the video, I saw myself walking into the school just minutes ago. But that wasn't the worst part. Behind me, in the video, there was someone else, a tall figure, standing just inside the entrance, watching me. I spun around instantly. The hallway behind me was empty. My breathing got heavier. I looked back at the phone. The video kept playing. The figure started moving, slowly, following me, step by step, exactly where I had walked. My hand started shaking. That's when I heard it again. Footsteps, right outside the classroom. I froze. They stopped right at the door. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. Then, the handle started to turn, slowly, quietly, like whoever was out there didn't want to be heard. I backed away, my eyes locked on the door. The handle turned all the way down, and the door creaked open, just a few inches. I caught a glimpse of something in the gap. A face, pale, expressionless, eyes locked directly on mine. It didn't blink. It didn't move. It just stared. Then suddenly, a loud noise echoed through the building. Sirens, real ones this time. Flashing lights filled the windows. The face disappeared instantly. Footsteps, fast, running away down the hallway. I rushed to the door and looked out. Nothing. Empty. Police flooded the building minutes later. They searched every room, every hallway, every corner. They found nothing. No one. No signs of forced entry. No explanation for the alerts. When I told them about the phone, it was gone. Completely gone. Like it had never been there. The school said the alerts were sent in error. A system malfunction. That's what they called it. But I know what I saw. I know someone was in that building. And the worst part? They weren't surprised to see me. It felt like they were waiting.
I froze in the hallway, every nerve in my body screaming at me to run, but my legs wouldn't move. The shadow, the way it had vanished, it didn't feel natural. It was like it had never truly left. Then I heard it, a soft shuffle behind me. Not footsteps on the floor, but something sliding, like a hand dragging across the lockers. My heart pounded so loud, I was sure it could be heard over the silence. I grabbed my backpack from the floor and bolted toward the nearest exit, praying it was unlocked. The door creaked as I pushed it open, spilling me out into the freezing night air. But when I looked back at the school, the same light from the classroom flickered on again. A cold wind rushed past me, carrying a whisper I couldn't understand. I didn't stop to listen. I ran to my car, fumbling with the keys, and slammed the door shut. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely start the engine. As I drove away, I glanced in the rearview mirror. For a split second, I thought I saw it. Just a silhouette, standing in the school parking lot, staring straight at me. Then it was gone. I don't know who or what it was. I don't know why it chose that night, that school. But I know this. Some places, some shadows, they don't belong to this world. And some nights, it's better to just stay home. If you liked this story and want more terrifying true horror experiences, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Uncharted Horror Stories.
I should have just driven home. That's what I keep telling myself. But something made me stop. About halfway down the road, I noticed something that made my stomach drop. My phone. It was still connected to the school Wi-Fi. I frowned, glancing back at the dark road behind me. That shouldn't have been possible. I was already too far. Way too far. Then, my phone buzzed. A new notification. Not from the school system this time. No sender.
No number. Just a message. I opened it and immediately felt my blood run cold. It was a video. Shaky, dark, grainy. For a second, I couldn't even tell what I was looking at. Then I realized it was inside the school. The same hallway. The same place I had just been standing. My grip tightened on the steering wheel as I kept watching. The camera slowly moved forward, like someone was walking. Then it turned toward the classroom. My classroom. The door was slightly open, exactly how I left it. The video moved closer, closer, until it reached the door. Then slowly, it pushed it open. My heart stopped. Inside the room, I saw myself, standing there, frozen. Exactly like I had been just minutes ago, watching the door, waiting. But that wasn't possible. I was in my car, driving away. My breathing became uneven. I almost drugged my phone. Then, in the video, the me inside the classroom slowly tilted his head. Not naturally, too slow, too stiff. And then, it smiled. A wide, unnatural smile. My entire body went cold. The video glitched. The screen flickered. And suddenly, the camera turned toward the corner of the room, where the light didn't fully reach. And there it was, the same figure, tall, unmoving, watching. But this time, it wasn't looking at the me in the room. It was looking straight at the camera, at whoever was recording. Then the screen went black. My phone vibrated again. Another message. Just 2 words. We missed you. I slammed on the brakes. The car skidded slightly on the empty road. My hands were shaking uncontrollably now. I didn't look back again. I didn't go back. And I never will. The next morning, the school was open like nothing ever happened. No lockdown, no alerts, no reports, nothing. I even checked with Jake. He never got any messages that night. No one did. It was like it only happened to me. Or only for me. I deleted the video. Or at least, I tried to. Because sometimes, late at night, when my phone lights up for no reason, I see it again. That hallway, that door, and that thing, still standing there, still waiting. And now, I don't think it's waiting at the school anymore.